Hi, it's time for our science lesson. I'm going to use our science book that we have, show you the pages, and read along with you. And then I have a worksheet with a word bank to go back over the answers with. The good thing about this is that you can replay this video till you find the answers. Okay? So let's read it. Here's our worksheet. It says read pages 183 through 187. And what you would have to do is just on a simply on a piece of paper, just number 1 through 20 and write the answers. Okay? We'll be dealing with ecosystems. Okay? Parts of an ecosystem. An ecosystem is all the living and non-living things in an environment and the many ways they interact. An ecosystem may be large, like the ocean, or small, like a park. Animals and plants are living parts of an ecosystem. These organisms interact with each other and with the non-living parts of the system. The non-living parts of an ecosystem include air, water, soil, sunlight, and landforms. Landforms. I didn't say that too good, did I? Get the seahorse. Kinds of ecosystems. There are several different ecosystems in North America, such as tundra, rainforest, desert, grassland, and forest. Many factors, such as climate and soil, make ecosystems different. Some ecosystems are cold and dry, while others are warm and wet. Some ecosystems have sandy soil, while others have fertile soil. The kinds of plants and animals that live in an area depend on the climate and soil. Organisms can survive only in environments in which their needs are met. In any environment, some kinds of plants and animals survive better than others. For example, you may think that nothing can live in a desert ecosystem, but deserts have many organisms living there. Cacti and lizards live in deserts. Sandy soil is used as a hiding place for the desert horned lizard. The lizard can quickly become invisible by throwing sand over its body. Okay. I'll just pan out and let you see. Now this book is online in Pearson, just like we have our reading series there. So if you have a Pearson account, I'm sure you can get into this science story. Tundra. A tundra is a cold region. The ground beneath the surface is frozen all year. Some grasses can grow, but trees cannot. Arctic foxes, caribou, and other animals thrive in these areas. Thrive means they do really well. Rainforests. Not all rainforests are tropical. The mild and rainy climate of the Pacific Northwest supports temperate rainforest. They are home to organisms such as spotted owls, banana slugs, and Douglas fir trees. Three, desert. The driest ecosystem is a desert. Some plants and animals have adapted to the limited water supply. Cacti, coyotes, and lizards are desert organisms. Grassland. Grasslands, as their name suggests, are covered with grasses. They receive a medium amount of rain. Grasshoppers, prairie chickens, and bison are animals that live in grasslands in North America. wetlands. In wetlands, the ground is covered with water for at least part of the year. Water lilies and cypress trees grow in some wetlands. Different kinds of animals such as insects, raccoons, and alligators live in wetlands too. This shows you where they're at in the United States. You pan out so you can see which one is where. This is where we're at. Almost done. Living things within their ecosystems. Habitat. The area or place where an organism lives is an ecosystem. In an ecosystem is its habitat. You can think of a habitat as an address. The habitat of the lion is open grassland with shrubs, trees, and water. A habitat contains all the living and non-living things that an organism needs to survive. Population. Look at the picture on this page. I'll pan out for you and let you see it. It shows a savanna ecosystem in Africa. A savanna is a kind of grassland. There are many populations found in this savanna. A population is all the members of one species that live within an area of an ecosystem. For example, the wildebeest that live in the African plains form a population. A population may be large or small. Okay, this is page 187. So this is our last page. Structures for survival. Many organisms, such as the platypus, have special structures that help them survive in their habitats. These structures may include wings that allow them to fly, webbed feet that help them swim, and fur that keeps them warm. Different organisms in an ecosystem may have similar structures that help them live there. For example, many organisms that live in the ocean have fins that help them move easily through water. Okay. Now this is the worksheet that goes with it. Here is your answer box. It's your word bank. Okay? And here are your questions. And they're 1 through 20. I'll read them off to you. I just wanted to give you a visual in case you need to go back to it. Okay? Number 1. And blank is all the living and non-living things in an environment and the many ways they interact. Number 2. Animals and plants are blank parts of an ecosystem. Number 3. The blank parts of an ecosystem include air, water, soil, sunlight, and landforms. Number 4. Different ecosystems in North America include tundra, rainforest, desert, blank, and forest. Number 5. True or false? Some ecosystems are cold and dry, while others are warm and wet. Number 6. The kinds of plants and animals that live in an area depend on the blank and soil. Number 7. Blank can survive only in an in environments in which their needs are met. Number 8, in blank environment, some kinds of plants and animals survive better than others. 9, true or false? Nothing can live in a desert ecosystem. Number 10, the blank can quickly become invisible by throwing sand over its body. Number 11, a blank is a cold region. Number 12, in a tundra, the ground beneath the surface is blank all year. 13, true or false? Trees grow in a tundra. 14, true or false? All rainforests are tropical. 15, the driest ecosystem is a blank. 16, grasslands are covered with blank. 17, in blank, the ground is covered with water for at least part of the year. Number 18, the area or place where an organism lives in an ecosystem is its blank. 19, a blank is all the members of one species that live within an area of an ecosystem. 20, a habitat contains all the living and non-living things that an organism needs to blank. Again, your word bank is at the top of the form. I know this is probably not the most ideal way to have this form in front of you, but given the circumstances, it was the best I could do this week. Okay? Take care till I see you again. Bye-bye.